Dr. Mary Claire Haver, an obstetrician gynecologist and menopause expert, discusses the complexities of menopause and how it affects women's lives. She explains that menopause is a natural process that affects 100% of women who live long enough, yet there's a significant lack of education and understanding about it, even among medical professionals. Dr. Haver reveals that she only received 1 hour of menopause education in medical school, which is shockingly inadequate given that about a third of all women are in some stage of menopause at any given time. Dr. Haver breaks down the stages of menopause, explaining that perimenopause begins 7 to 10 years before actual menopause. During this time, hormone levels fluctuate wildly, causing various symptoms. Menopause itself is technically just 1 day, the point at which a woman has gone 12 months without a menstrual period. Everything after that is considered postmenopause. The average age for menopause is 51, but it can occur anywhere between 45 and 55 years old. Menopause brings a host of symptoms and challenges. Hot flashes, a common symptom, affect about 85% of women. Dr. Haver describes a hot flash as a thermoregulatory dysfunction where women experience sudden, intense heat and sweating. Other common issues include fatigue, sleep disruption, sexual dysfunction, and changes in body composition. Many women experience cognitive changes, often referred to as brain fog, which can significantly impact their professional and personal lives. Dr. Haver emphasizes that menopause is more than just uncomfortable symptoms. It's a significant risk factor for chronic diseases. After menopause, women's risk of cardiovascular disease increases dramatically, potentially surpassing that of men. Women also face a higher risk of osteoporosis, dementia, and other age-related conditions post-menopause. This is largely due to the loss of estrogen, which plays a protective role in various bodily systems. Dr. Haver candidly discusses how the medical system has failed women when it comes to menopause care. She points out that most medical research has historically focused on men, leading to a lack of understanding about how diseases and treatments affect women differently. Even today, only about 10% of women who seek help for menopause symptoms are offered appropriate treatment, with many being prescribed antidepressants instead of hormone replacement therapy. Dr. Haver advocates for the use of hormone replacement therapy, HRT, in appropriate cases. She explains that HRT can significantly reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease if started early enough in menopause. However, she notes that currently only 4 to 6% of menopausal women are on HRT, largely due to misconceptions and lack of education among both patients and healthcare providers. While Dr. Haver supports the use of HRT, she also emphasizes the importance of lifestyle factors in managing menopause. She recommends increasing fiber intake to at least 25 grams per day, limiting added sugars, prioritizing sleep, engaging in regular exercise, particularly strength training, and practicing stress reduction techniques. She notes that women who are healthier when they enter perimenopause tend to have an easier transition. The conversation touches on the significant emotional and psychological impact of menopause. Many women struggle with feelings of invisibility, loss of identity, and decreased self-worth as they age. Dr. Haver encourages a shift in perspective, viewing menopause as a new beginning rather than an ending. She shares her personal experience of feeling like her life truly began at 50, countering the societal narrative that a woman's value diminishes with age. Dr. Haver discusses the importance of partner support during menopause. She advises men to educate themselves about menopause and to approach their partner's experience with compassion and understanding. She notes that the couples who navigate menopause most successfully are those where both partners are involved in learning about and addressing the challenges together. Sexual health is a significant concern for many menopausal women. Dr. Haver explains that about 50% of women experience sexual dysfunction during menopause, which can include changes in libido and pain during intercourse. She emphasizes that these issues are often treatable and encourages women to seek help rather than suffer in silence. The conversation takes a personal turn as Dr. Haver discusses the loss of 3 of her brothers and how she navigated grief while also being a mother and physician. She emphasizes the importance of allowing oneself to grieve while also maintaining healthy habits and self-care practices. Dr. Haver shares exciting developments in menopause research, including studies looking at ways to extend the life of the ovaries and potentially make menopause optional. While these technologies are still experimental, they hold promise for future generations of women. Throughout the conversation, Dr. Haver shares personal insights from her own menopause journey and her experiences as a physician. She reflects on how she initially struggled to recognize her own menopause symptoms, despite being an obstetrician gynecologist. This experience drove her to become a passionate advocate for better menopause education and care. Dr. Haver's book, The New Menopause, aims to cut through the confusion surrounding menopause and provide clear, actionable information for women navigating this life stage. The book, which has become a New York Times bestseller, reflects her mission to empower women with knowledge and tools to thrive during and after menopause. When asked to share 3 truths she would leave behind, Dr. Haver offers, "It's never too late. Die with the family you create. And love is always the way." These statements encapsulate her philosophy of embracing life at every stage, valuing relationships, and leading with love and compassion. Dr. Haver concludes by emphasizing that while menopause is inevitable, suffering through it is not. She encourages women to seek help, educate themselves, and view this phase of life as an opportunity for growth and empowerment. Her message is one of hope and resilience, reminding women that life can truly begin at menopause rather than end.